Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. We're going to be looking at Dev Note number 5. I will say right now, this is probably the most excited I've been for any Dev Note, and it barely touches magic, if at all, frankly. If you're not going to watch any more of this video, the things I'm going to say is they're listening and they're trying to fix stuff that have been problems in games in the game. And I think what they're doing is a really good sign. Again, this is my initial take. We can still judge to see what happens. The reasons behind it, frankly, I don't care whether it's them listening to it, whether it's people leaving and they need to bring it back. If they're going to do this type of stuff based on either of those two things, which is their consumers, I'm happy. So let's look at there's a ton here. Let's go look at it. I'm going to give my raw thoughts as we look through it and go from there. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. Easiest way to follow along with content because that YouTube algorithm is funky. If you want to help that, hammer down like buttons, comment below, whatever you want. Say hi, lovely weather today. Subscribe, notification button. You know the drill. All right, so let's check it out.
Bring me WolverThor!
Okay, so first there's this just the second update poll event, So it just talks about there's a Dev Note 5. There's going to be, the 12/15 maintenance. If you're not aware, it's Wednesday, 12/15. That's also the same day the mergers are happening. So there is a ton happening on this day. I honestly am sort of shocked how much they're putting in. So I'm personally prepping myself for bugs. I hate to say that, but I am. So I'm just going to say that. So note that. Let's see here. Start time, period per... the poll looks like it runs from basically today through the 14th. So go ahead and vote in the poll. Participation awards will be given. So that's fun, I guess. Recipients, that's great. So let's see. What is the most anticipated update from the dev poll? So this is a little spoiler. New content training grounds. All right. Target system improvements. I know that's been a huge complaint. Costume nano fusion improvements. This was hinted at before. Talked about that a little bit in a previous video. They'll clarify that. And then huge Omega card and companion presets. I'm excited for some potential new content with training grounds, but I'm going to click this. Well, I'll do it later when I log in, but I'm going to go with the Omega card and companion presets probably over anything. So I'm going to vote on that one. And then there's some quiz event reward, all that type of stuff. No, there's nothing good there. So I'm gonna double click, or I'm gonna pull up this Dev Note number 5, which is here. So there's a lot in the front end here. So I'm gonna read some of this. They talk about magic and that they've got a bunch of people waiting for magic and they're very interested and they're very enthusiastic. Our agents expect their anticipation in seeing videos of magic spectacular battles in the near future. So we'll be getting some videos of that. So keep an eye out for some of the live feeds, etc. And they're hoping to meet our expectations. They're grateful for the feedback, working hard on the update that's scheduled for 12/15. In case of any schedule change. All right, so I didn't pick this up the first time I saw this. So there's a reason this is here, in my opinion. Everybody right now, set your expectations for 12/15 to move a little bit. If you were planning work off because you're expecting magic on 12/15, be ready to be flexible. That's the only reason this is in here. I think they're trying to tweak stuff, but they're also letting us know, hey, it's scheduled here. If there's going to be change, we'll let you know through an announcement. So, that tells me things are really tight right now. So pay attention to that. We are planning on providing the extra hero slot in December update so that everyone can enjoy magic without burden. That's awesome. So we can play that. Sounds like it's totally free. We kindly ask for your understanding that the transmutation of Magic's costumes and Omega cards and their use as transmutation materials will not be available at this time. It means you cannot transmute what you have to her. So if you had a bunch of gear that was already in your storage and you were going to transmute it to her, forget about it. It's not going to happen. A lot of games are sort of like this, where the new character comes and they don't want you to have a bunch of stuff to give to her. But rest assured, they'll advance when time comes in the future that they're going to do this. And so I do expect, though, and it's not in here, this is my speculative expectation, is I wouldn't be surprised if you have boxes saved up. those I expect to be open for Magic. So if you save boxes, I think you're good. If you saved gear that's already for, you know, Black Widow or Iron Man, you're not going to be able to switch that to Magic. So that is not a surprise to me, but that's what they're now telling us. If you were planning that, you should adjust your plans and save. If you want to run Magic, save all your boxes now. Save them, save them, save them. This December, we are currently preparing new content called the Training Grounds. Most of the Operations Arena contents have limited reward counts. Thus, additional plays do not grant more rewards. So this whole section here is about, well, I've got extra time. I want to do something in game. I need to get something out of it. Okay. So they talk about the rewards are limited, making it difficult for agents to obtain the items needed to grow their heroes, which is very true. We conclude that this was placing many restrictions on our gameplay, on the agent's gameplay. And notice this is one of the lot of topics people discussed. They believe that they needed content to allow us to develop our heroes into a more powerful one by gaining necessary XP. So all that Dark Zone XP grind is about to go away, and items in a shorter time and not just by farming endlessly. Agreed. This has led us to prepare or make Training Grounds. It's going to be a farming content that allows agents to acquire various items, costumes, cores, companion shards, and potential reports by defeating enemies. In addition, hero XP that can be obtained by defeating villains in Dark Zone can be acquired in this Training Ground. I already mentioned that. You'll no longer earn XP in Dark Zone after it's updated, which is good because they're going to change Dark Zone regardless, so that's perfect. We have been thinking a lot about the playing time for Training Grounds, and we plan to operate in a way where agents can freely use playtime anytime weekly. This way, the Training Grounds will not be just another daily task. I also love this because I don't want more daily tasks, but I do want something that's like, you know what? I want to go do this. I just got time. I'm going to go hunt for stuff. And you know what? And maybe it's a rare drop, maybe it's whatever, but I'm still going to go hunt. I want to go play for things. Specific details will be provided through an update at a later date. Stay tuned. Not all the details, but it sounds like they're leaning in the direction of not a set time, giving us drops. I would highly anticipate the drops would be rare or semi-rare so that people can't just be farming all day and getting thousands of cores, because then they won't make money on the game and they need to incentivize money, etc. Because it's free to play game technically, so they got to make money somehow. Epic Invasion. So we are going to get an Epic Invasion in December. Primary Earth resolving and blah, blah, blah. This new Epic Invasion introduces 6 classic supervillains that our agents know very well but haven't seen before. Guess what? I am just going to say this is going to be the Sinister Six. Spider-Man movie coming out. There's a bunch of them in the movie anyway. Makes total sense. I'm expecting Sinister Six. This invasion could be super cool. Maybe it's 6 phases, or it's a couple phases of, you know, a bunch of the bosses, or maybe they come out in waves. I don't know. That could be awesome. And maybe you got to do a certain amount of damage to them or kill them in time and before the next, you know, what if it was like a Royal Rumble where, I think it was Royal Rumble. It's been a while since I've been really into wrestling, but where a new villain comes out like at a minute mark, at a 2-minute mark, at a 3-minute mark, at a 4-minute mark. And if you're not doing the damage and the things needed to get them down, you are going to eventually just get overwhelmed by all 6 of them. And Doc Ock would be like the last one or something. I'm just saying that because he seems to be more of the leader of the group. So anyway, yeah, I expect that. They just talk about, we also made improvements to earning points that contribute to ranking calculations. Prior to this, Epic Invasion rankings were calculated based on damages. But now the damages received will count towards the calculation as well. So you need to avoid taking damage as well. This was done to credit the melee heroes who take risks to carry out combat in close quarters. Although there are certain scoring conditions not included in this Epic Invasion season, we will continue to improve by adding a variety of scoring conditions. So I like seeing this. They need to do this with Spec Ops as well. Next, huge targeting system improvement. Long and short of this is they say they're going to work on it. It was originally based on camera mode. It being the targeting system was originally based on camera mode 1, which was the close-up one. They're changing it. They realize that everybody does use camera 3 for most war situations, because you want to see your full environment. So they're changing the targeting AI based on what camera 3 will be like. So hopefully that means it's smarter for us. We'll see. But that's the concept here. I'm not going to read through everything there, but I like that they're looking at it. I like that they know that. That is a absolutely huge thing that was needed in the game. Nano fusion improvements. We talked about this in another video because we were trying to figure out exactly what they said. Long and short of this is summing nano is going to work. So if you have a 2 and a 3, you're going to get a 6. it's counting from 0 up, because you had 0, used 1, you got 1. So that's, 1 there, right? So you're going to be able to get, if you combine a 2 and a 3, it's not just going to be a 3-star or 4-star. It's going to be all of the gear that you put into that, add that together, it's going to get you end result nanoed. So I think this makes it a lot easier to decide. I mean, honestly, if you want to nano something early on, and it's like, it's not perfect, but I want to nano, who cares? Because you're not wasting the nanos, because if you get a better roll later, you can take those nano pieces and put them into a better roll and not lose anything. So I like this. They do say, however, stage 6 is the achieved stage for cases such as 2+5, since the maximum limit of nano 5 is 6. So be careful if you want to do that. They do say they're going to give you a warning, because it's essentially wasting a nano if you do that. So I'd personally, if you have a 2 that you're going to throw away or a 5 that you're going to throw away, I would make sure to just do it. Use a 5 on a 1 or something like that, so that you can not waste nanos, because those are crazy expensive. Increased nano fusion effect. This is interesting. They talked about that it requires a lot of effort, and that they believe it needs to be more satisfactory to your agents, so that you should get more of a buff. I actually kind of agree with this. It is really hard to get 6-star gear. It's really hard to decide if you want a nano piece. You got to get it borderline perfect. So I like seeing a little bit of a bump of stats there. That should be nice. Omega card and companion presets. Thank you. It doesn't say how many they're going to give us. I'm expecting 3. But even 2, I love it. Love it. Thank you so much. We need it so bad. Dark Zone improvement. We are looking at Dark Zone from a bunch of different angles to revive its original excitement, which was heavy PvP rewards. They want to revamp the rewards to match their original intentions. And this is what they're saying. Agent cooperation and friendly competition for top rewards. We want to reduce the playtime as well. That's huge for me personally, as well, to gather as many agents as possible to go in. So I'm liking this so far. We would also like to emphasize the fun of either cooperating or completing by setting a higher score than ever before for defeating heroes. They want us to fight. Okay. Additionally, the hero XP obtained by defeating villains will be removed, as it can be obtained from the training grounds. Okay. Thus, the non-PvP channel that was created solely for the purpose of gaining hero XP will be deleted. No more of the non-PvP or Care Bear zones, okay? Those are going away. So if you want to go to Dark Zone, you got to be ready to fight, period. In addition, we implemented the hot time in Dark Zone to challenge agents with the increased concentration of players. It was a system designed to be enjoyable, but instead it became stressful. That's very true. Therefore, in this update, we'll create time slots instead of implementing the hot time event. Details will come in the future. I expect this to be similar to what they're doing with Alliance War. Dark Zone's only going to run at all in, this period of time. And that's when you can go in and do it if you want. And you're going to gain something from being in there during that time. I don't know what it is, but you can gain stuff. So we'll see. I expect it... maybe that, there's going to be some diminishing returns for the longer you stay in there, so you don't just camp it all day, but it's worth at least doing for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And if you want to stay 2 hours, you could, but at some point after a certain amount of time, it sorts of just diminish your time in there. So we'll see. I like that a lot. Alliance Omega War improvement. Since it is an Alliance versus Alliance battle, restricting the number of participants to such a low number would not benefit the content name. We set it to require a minimum of 20 players, 10 players each for play. However, we have concluded that this puts a limit on smaller alliances to join. Good point, and I do like that they're doing this. Thus, they're going to improve it by lowering the minimum number to 8 so that more can participate. I do like this. It's good to get some more people in here. We'll also lower the participation fee to adjust from, we will also lower the participation fee. Oh yeah, participation fee. So that's get cheaper. And this is the biggest part for me, and adjust the participation registration period to 10 minutes from 5 minutes. I love it. We needed that. It was such a pain in the butt. Sometimes I can do it in a minute. Other times it's like, wait, who's where? They're not here. They're not showing up. Stress. All right. I knew there was some special improvement talk in here. The extra points you receive when you get first was intended to be thrill to flip the rankings. However, it was causing grievances because people would neglect their gameplay if they didn't get first place. I saw it. I get it. Absolutely a good move here. Special operations, a mode that anyone can easily participate in and enjoy without being bound by their growth element. The decrease in participants due to the other agents Giving up does not work at their will and is not what they intended. So they're going to develop some extra point system in this update. So we'll see. They're going to remove it in this update. So we'll see how that shakes out. I don't know what that's going to mean. So maybe we just get the points we get, and that's it. Usability improvements. They're improving the various UX in Marvel Revolution, Future Revolution. Can only proceed by touching the recruit button when equipping a companion as an improvement. Agents can select an empty slot to... okay. So basically, we're gonna make it to equip your companion easier. I like that. It was a pain in the butt to unequip. Click them, place, hit the spot. It was just sort of like, all right. In addition, agents can only use one selection box at a time, such as draw tickets or region costume box selections. Therefore, when using 2 or more selection boxes, there is a hassle by selecting as the number of things you want. They're going to alleviate this by allowing agents to set the desired quantity before making a selection. That's also... I wish they do this with the store, by the way. If I'm going to buy 3 sets of 100 of something, so I get 300, let me do that. I want the store to do the same thing. That's a quality of life thing for the future, not a huge deal, but would like that. Additionally, there's other things they're gonna, such as displaying a red dot on a NATO fusion target item. Other issues they're looking into: specialization. Again, man, I'm telling you, this node is just huge for me. Specialization. They understand it's frustrating. They hear it, especially at the high levels. With the transmutation update, many of our agents are now trying out different superheroes, which they think is great. And I agree, it is great. We are looking into reducing the difficulty and frustration that are occurring with many players regarding the rate specialization. Thank you. My thought is either raise the success rates, or if you fail, give some mats back, or maybe give like 70 or 80% of the mats back. That is what I would say to that. I think that would be way better, way easier. Make things way, way simpler in the game. People be happier. PvP content. We're looking into the overall rewards and matching balance for all PvP content to make it more fun and rewarding for all of the players. This includes participation, victory, and defeat rewards, as well as weekly rankings. The balance between characters and matching of our players characters and matching of players is also a major concern. There are several combat mechanics uniques, including guard breaks, dodges, and targeting. We are constantly looking at ways to deliver a better combat play experience for the characters. This is an ongoing effort. Okay, cool. A Mega War Alliance war. They wanted to create a situation where combat took place on the ground and the air. However, for certain ones, especially these two, it provides an extensive benefit for flying superheroes, hurting the overall experience. And as a landwalker, I can attest to this. It's really annoying. Especially since it's a competitive mode, we are looking into leveling the playing field of the flyers and non-flyers while still retaining each unique characteristics of the 8, soon to be 9 superheroes. All right, I like this. I'm glad they're just looking into this right now. My suggestion is either cooldowns for flying, or a certain cooldown, or the longer you fly, you start slowing down a little bit, or give people like Widow, Captain America the ability to have a jetpack or something. I don't know. But that would be my thought to it. So that way it's sort of like, I don't know. I mean, I think that's way, way better, frankly, to give some sort of limitation there. So companion shards. Some of our agents are now reaching maximum stages and have concerns to what to do with leftover shards. They're aware of the situation, and with upcoming updates and added systems, they're going to make sure these shards and other materials retain values throughout the game. So I would make sure if you have shards, like, find a way to split them up, or like don't go to the highest level or something, because clearly they're going to do something to fix it. We will be updating the new hero magic, training gowns, new epic invasion, various improvements, all in December. Kindly ask for your interest and patience. So, oh my lord, how long have I been talking here? For a while. It's been long, okay? So this was a hell of a friggin' update. I'm just going to say I'm excited. If you were thinking about playing this game, I will say that this is a great sign to me. If you quit this game and are thinking about coming back, I would say, again, this is a great sign. We will see what happens. We will see how things continually progress. But game's only been out for several months. For most people, it has been, even for soft launch players, I love seeing this. I feel like they're listening. Okay, and again, we'll keep talking to them. If they keep receiving this feedback, I still think this game is going to be great and be around for a long, long time and very enjoyable. So that's all I got to say. Already mentioned, comment below with your thoughts. I want to hear what you're most excited about, what you think is going to be the best part of this, what you still want to see in the future. Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like button, click notification bell, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell your grandma, grandpa, your niece, nephews, uncles, aunts, cousins, related people, whatever. If you want to share, appreciate you. If you comment, appreciate you. And until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.